At this time, for those who haven't heard the recording that Mayor Perry, the Honorable Mayor Perry, left on my voice message machine, I want to be able to play that now, just so we all are clear and understand why we're here.
Hi, Pastor Lane. This is Mayor Perry. It's Friday night. I think it's the 5th, about 5:20 p.m. I got a message that ministers would like a brief meeting to discuss the letter. I'm not available to do that, but I will tell you the letter was not meant as anything more than a statement of my position that I'm not going to borrow money from the people who run the government, because the chief, Dion Campbell, he's doing a great job. I support him 100%. Had a list of about $75,000 of items on the backside of the letter he wrote that he wanted paid for, and 3 great big ones that were about $27,500 were budget items that normally are in the budget. And that's the one that bothered me, because if the police department doesn't have enough money to do what they need to do, and they're items that are normally covered in the budget, then I got to do a better job on the budget so that this doesn't happen. So that's basically the gist of it. But if you want to call and have a conversation with you and me, yeah, that's just fine. Other than that, you got this number now, 219-873-4260. If you would, convey our conversation or my message, to the other ministers, and I'll talk to you one of these days. Give me a call or when I bump into you. Thank you, and have a good weekend. Bye. They want a fucking audience. These black guys, they all want a fucking audience.
Throughout his message, Mayor Perry was respectful and referred to us as either pastor or ministers. On the recording, the mayor thinks he has hung up the phone, then falls into his comfort zone with whomever he was talking to and whomever was listening to him. And I believe that individual that was listening and that was standing in his presence, we need to hear an apology from you too. The Mayor Perry is talking to this individual and refers to the clergy as nothing more than effing audience seeking black guys. The time is always right to do what is right. With all the challenges and civil unrest that came with 2020, Chief Campbell was selfless in his service to the city and preventing a protest from turning into a full-blown riot. The time is always right to do what is right. Many before us, white, black, Hispanic, Asians, working together since the 1950s, some paying the ultimate price to help bridge racial divides. The time is always right to do what is right. Nearly 70 years since the Civil Rights Movement, in 2021, Michigan City still hasn't let go of the past. No, Mayor Perry still hasn't let go of the past from the previous administration placing police dogs at voting places, and now a sitting mayor referring to members of clergy as effing audience seeking black guys. The time is always right to do what is right. Today, my brothers and sisters, along with fellow pastors and residents of Michigan City, we ask that the city and county elected officials stand with us this day to stand with us against bigotry. We are asking for Mayor Dwayne Perry to resign immediately. Why? Because the time is always right to do what is right. Help me out. Say, Mayor Perry, resign. Mayor Perry, resign. The time is always right to do what is right. It's time to do the right thing, Mayor.